So today we have MCU Moon Knight taking on MCU Black Panther, specifically T'Challa. But whatever Shuri did, T'Challa should be able to do as well. So I guess a composite version of the two characters. But anyways, who wins? Well, let's find out. So T'Challa was incredibly strong, and his strength was comparable to that of super soldiers like Captain America and Winter Soldier, as he himself was basically a super soldier. He sent a man flying with enough force to severely dent and move a car. He sent Winter Soldier and others flying several meters with a kick. He forced a car up on its side while on its roof. He's leaped incredible distances and even easily wrestled a full-grown rhino to the ground. This is the second largest animal on the planet, land animal on the planet, and can weigh several tons. But Moon Knight is also right there with the super soldiers when it comes to his strength and physicality. He got his power by becoming the avatar for the god Khonshu, granting him superhuman physicals. He easily leaped several meters in a single bound and sent guys flying several feet and broke bones. He's one-shotted people and warped metal, and he even overpowered one of those jackal things and just beat it to death with his bare hands. He also killed another one with his bare hands. I'd say they're pretty even. Durability. Both have incredibly powerful suits that they wear. The suit that comes over Mark Spector when he becomes Moon Knight is very durable and has some very accelerated regeneration capabilities. The suit is bulletproof and even blocked blasts from Arthur's staff. Arthur was the avatar for the other god. I don't remember her name. He got back up after flying into the ground with Arthur at a high rate of speed, and was even mostly fine after being stabbed by multiple spears, regenerating immediately once they were pulled out. But T'Challa survived being thrown off a cliff while depowered, and even took a point-blank explosion without his suit. But as the Black Panther, his suit is made from vibranium, the toughest metal on Earth. Bullets just bounce off of him, and point-blank grenade explosions do nothing either. That is because his suit absorbs the kinetic energy of impact forces for later uses. We'll talk more about that later. He also withstood a point-blank direct grenade launcher blast, a blast from Claw, and being chokeslammed by Thanos. And Shuri withstood several hits from Namor and survived being stabbed in the gut by his vibranium spear thing. This one is hard because Black Panther's suit is better in terms of just being tougher, harder to get through, but it doesn't have any regeneration capabilities like Moon Knight's. So this one's a toss-up. Now, speed. T'Challa has easily dodged arrows at close range, caught 2 arrows simultaneously, kept pace with Captain America and Winter Soldier, outpaced speeding cars, and he even ran a couple meters in an instant to keep Zemo from ending his life with a bullet. He's also very agile and mobile, saying that he's jumped off the roof of a moving car, ran along the side of a building, and then landed on another speeding car with ease. But Moon Knight has easily blitzed people before they could react. He's kept pace with one of those weird jackal things across rooftops, parkour up a building incredibly quickly, and he moved from the ground to the top of a structure before a group of gunmen had even noticed. Again, I'd say they're fairly even here. So physicality is very close. Let's talk about skill. T'Challa was the Black Panther, the king and protector of Wakanda, a mantle passed from warrior to warrior. He really was one of the best fighters on the planet. Even while depowered, he was able to best M'Baku, a strong savage warrior and the best of his tribe, as well as match Killmonger. And while juiced up, he easily dispatched of groups of poachers and bested Clint, as well as hold his own or best Winter Soldier, Killmonger, and Captain America. 3 guys you could argue are the world's top fighters that the MCU has ever seen. Now, he really is one of the best. But when we talk about Moon Knight, we gotta talk about his three personalities. Stephen Grant is more of a lover rather than a fighter. However, by the end of the season, he was kind of fighting. He was doing it. But the other two personalities are definitely more fighters than lovers. We don't know much about Jake Lockley, but we do know he's kind of unhinged, and he's a violent, skillful fighter who started like a dozen gunmen and beat the tar out of Arthur, nearly killing him before Mark took over the body. But it's Mark Spector we need to really focus on here. He's a former U.S. Marine, later turned mercenary, before becoming Khonshu's avatar for justice and vengeance. He's a very skillful and brutal martial artist, with his style incorporating boxing, Krav Maga, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, Taekwondo, Karate, Kung Fu, and Muay Thai. He killed two of those weird jackal things pretty easily. He's beaten groups of men single-handedly, and he was able to hold his own against Arthur too. He's also a very skilled knife fighter and marksman. I think the best thing to say about his skill is that Khonshu, a god, believed he was a capable enough warrior to be his avatar. He's literally God approved. But even despite that, he's not seen as like one of the very best on the planet, right? No one has regarded him as that. He hasn't fought someone who's been regarded as one of the best. So because of that, I'm siding with Black Panther being the more skillful fighter and warrior. I guess you could say Moon Knight's more brutal though. Now, onto their versatility. Black Panther's suit is his main weapon. It's virtually indestructible, comes with claws that can slice through basically everything, and is even soundproof. But by far its best feature is its ability to absorb the impact of physical attacks, store it, and then release it as a pretty big pulse. He's used this to take out entire groups of enemies, and even knock out Cole Obsidian. Sure, he even used it to shatter this big boulder thing and hurt Namor. But while this is his most powerful weapon, it does have a limit to it, how much it can store, and if that is reached, the pulse will just explode, hurting him and anyone around him. It took 2 direct grenade explosions, as well as being chokeslammed by Thanos on 2 separate occasions to cause this to happen. So it takes a while for it to get to that limit. So Moon Knight has some work to do to get to that point, is what I'm saying. But what about Moon Knight? What's he got, right? Well, it depends who's in control of the body. If Stephen Grant is in control as Mr. Knight, then he can summon these gold clubs as weapons. But if it's Mark and he's control as Moon Knight, then he has these crescent darts that he can throw that'll always come back to him. He can fly apparently, and he can fly pretty quickly. And not only does his suit have accelerated regeneration or regenerative capabilities, but it can also absorb bullets and redirect them back at the shooters. So that's pretty handy. So who wins? Well, the majority of y'all said Moon Knight would win according to a poll I did a while back, but I just don't see how he gets through Black Panther's suit. Don't get me wrong, Black Panther will have a hard time doing any real sustainable damage to Moon Knight with his healing, but Black Panther will have an easier time hurting Moon Knight than vice versa. Think about the 2 guys that were capable of hurting the Black Panther, Thanos and Namor. 2 major powerhouses that are leagues above Moon Knight in just every way, but more importantly, strength. This is a really good fight, a fight that would take a long time. Like I said, Moon Knight's suit is very durable and can just keep healing him. But I think Moon Knight's pulse ability with his suit, as well as his claws, and his overall just better skill, is going to give him the victory eventually. And I just can't bet against him. Black Panther wins after a really good fight. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment of what you thought, and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all that great stuff. Please go follow my Instagram account, dmanversus.videos, and my TikTok, dmandemand0. And I truly do appreciate all the support y'all give me and all the great stuff. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.